guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren and welcome to Beauty and the Bullies. So today I'm going to finally do a video on blending techniques and how I do them. And I thought what better way to show how I blend things together and keep certain colors separate than with neons. So you obviously don't have to use neons. I'll be using the Urban Decay Electric palette for most of this look. There is a part where the footage cuts off right before I do my waterline. I ended up just putting black gel liner in my waterline to tightline. I kind of wish I'd done white with like a white wing. How dope would that have been? But I didn't. So I did that, and then it'll pick back up whenever I'm doing my wing liner. So I think that's the only place that it skips out. But I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you like to get this look, then keep on watching. Alright guys, so for the sake of time, I did already prime my eyes and set it with a neutral base shadow. But since we're also going to be working with neons today, I'm going to be applying a white base. This is Exit by ColourPop. I'm going to be applying this all over the lid with just this tiny little synthetic flat brush. And anywhere else that I plan on using a lot of neon. Make sure that you buff out the edges really well with your finger before it sets. Part of what makes neon shadows so bright is that they have a really heavy white base consistency. It's also part of what makes them a little more chalky and powdery and difficult to work with. Once that white base is down, I'm going to start by going in the Tartelette and Bloom palette and putting some neutral colors in the crease. So I'm going to take Smarty Pants and this Luxie 205, I believe it's tapered blending brush. Just go right above that white. Use that as a transition color. Next, since we're working on blending, I'm using neons because they're some of the hardest colors to blend out. I'm going to be using the brush that came with the palette initially, starting with Slow Burn, which is this super bright scarlet red-orange color, and the bigger brush. I'm going to place that heavily on the outer corner and press it into the skin. Like I said, these have a really high white consistency as far as the powders and things in the actual shadow. So it does mean that they will have more fallout. So if you're working with really intense, high pigmented shadows, that's always going to be something that you're going to have to be cautious of. I'm going to kind of sweep that up through the crease a little bit. Pressing and using the very end of the brush here, the very tip, to tilt that down and sketch that almost like a pencil whenever you're sketching like lines. It's easier for me to hold really close to the tip of the brush than if you're like super far away, you don't have much control and you have the potential of getting it everywhere. Blend that out. I'm using a Morphe tapered blending brush, and I'm going to start in really tiny circular motions just along the edges so that I can blend that without getting it all over the place. So then the next color that we're going to be using is Savage, which is this neon pink, and I'm going to use the same Morphe tapered blending brush to apply and blend that out. So I'm just going to barely tap my brush into this product, knock off all the excess. Again, they're very powdery shadows. And really, really lightly begin working, starting on the outer corner. Applying more pressure as I have less and less product on my brush. Really tiny back and forth and circular motions. I like to use the very tip of this brush when I'm applying this way. And then once it's nearly clean, just sweeping that product back and forth. I felt like using neons to show blending techniques would be the easiest way to do it because it's the best way to see a contrast between colors and color placement. I'm going to go back in with Slow Burn, that initial orange color, on the same brush that we used in the beginning, and build up that color, just pressing it in again where it may have been blended away. Pressing, little dabbing motions. Take your time and be very controlled and precise, because we're going to put crazy colors everywhere for this look. So for the center of the lid, I want to use Thrash. I think I'm going to use Thrash, which is this really bright citrus kind of color. With the same flat brush, I cleaned it off really well, so there shouldn't be any color transfer. So I'm going to press that into the portion of the eye where there's not any other color. And it's very important whenever you're blending two colors that don't go together to tap and not smear in any way, shape, or form. If I were to mix these two together, they would immediately go brown and muddy, and there would be no fixing it. So press, and then very lightly go in circular motions around the initial point of impact. It's not like I'm teaching a physics lesson or something. It's just makeup. It's not that serious. That's what we have going on so far. For the lower lash line, I'm going to use the smudgy end of the brush that came with the electric palette, and I'm going to start with Gonzo, which is this incredible blue. A lot of these will appear matte on the skin, but they have some sparkle in it. That's because whenever you make a really matte, vibrant, highly pigmented shadow, the chances are it's just going to fall apart and or break in the pan during shipment, all of these things. So the sparkles just kind of make it a little easier to work with. It's not really for aesthetics. So I'm going to start with Gonzo right in the middle here. Smudge it all the way out. I don't want it to mix with these colors up here, so I'm going to drag it along where the wing is going to go. Pull it in a little further as I have less product on my brush, as well as move the brush down with the less product that I have. Sorry, I'm not showing you guys very well. And then I'll build it up from there. So when you're smudging under the lashes, if you're doing a really smoky look like this, it's okay. Just don't put so much pressure that you're like tugging the skin, because that's going to cause shadows to go absolutely everywhere. A lot of people like to do super dramatic eye looks first, so that if that happens, they can clean up the face a little better. I personally believe that if you apply it carefully and correctly, that you shouldn't have as many problems with fallout as you potentially could. But if you're working with neons, it's probably best not to be an idiot and just do your eyes first and stop trying to go against the flow. Okay, so I didn't tell you what I did. I just applied Chaos right here using the same brush along the outer corner and drug it up a little further. Just using it to give the blue on that lower lash line a little more dimension. Doing the same thing, adding the majority of the product close to the lash line and then dragging it down. Man, I'm not sure when this stopped filming, but we'll find out in the end, hopefully. And take this from the outer corner and flick it up along where I placed the blue and drag it back in as per usual. And I'm going to fill in that inner corner just slightly since I did my waterline and it's already kind of trying to do that anyway. Damn almond eyes. Right, for lips, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Melted Chocolate and Chocolate Milkshake. This literally smells like a freaking chocolate milkshake. It doesn't really taste like much, but that's disappointing because if it tasted like this smells, girl, let me tell you. It's a really nice not matte liquid lipstick line. It is still long wearing, but not for like 10 hours or anything crazy, but it's also not going to make you feel like your lips are falling off. I'm going to apply lashes and mascara off camera and I'll be right back with the finished look. Alrighty guys, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you liked it and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, let me know in the comment section what you think and what you'd like to see next on my channel. What else? Oh, you can follow me on all social media platforms, I think. Well, most social media platforms. And tag me in things that you like or that you'd like to see me recreate, things like that. I'll list them all in the drop box below, as well as all the products used in this video as per usual. I won't say always because sometimes I forget. Anyway, I hope you are all having a wonderful day and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!